Now it should be working. I started the wrong stream. But now it seems to be correct. What's up? So I don't actually have a plan. Oh, Samyin, what's up? The true identity revealed. I don't actually have a real plan today. I know you sent the live stream from Punisher, and it looks cool. It's just that it's too simple, I think. It's just gathering points on instancing objects. What's up? So I'm thinking I have a few things. I have a collection on Instagram where I kind of look around and see if I find some stuff that's made not in Blender but in some other softwares or even IRL that I think could be a good thing to try to recreate with geometry nodes. But if you have any suggestions or something you would like to, you know, maybe something you've been wondering, could this be done? Or if you have some specific example of, I want to make this, then drop a link and I'll take a look at it. And maybe we can do that. Hey, what's up, Ruben? Ruben Bloods. All good? I'm trying a different time today. Usually I'm doing Fridays at 6 my time. But I felt kind of bad for some people who had to stay up at like 3 a.m. to catch the stream. So I figured, okay, maybe I can try a different time. Because this time on Saturdays is pretty good too. Usually don't have anything to do during this, around these hours. Good to see you're keeping busy. A bit too busy, I would say. But it's fun. Like something like this is pretty cool, I think. That's probably pretty easy to do. I mean, you could do some ray casting straight up and see if anything hits and then just delete it, or have this be completely like adjustable and modifiable. Not really procedural, but you know, make it respond to the alignment of the grid and everything. What else? I was thinking this, but it's probably too easy. Just some extrusions going around with the spline parameter. And tilting the curve also with the spline parameter. think this is in 3ds Max, yeah. Just do it with Boolean. Yeah, the problem is that Booleans are insanely slow. I did, maybe I can show that. That's pretty fun. I did the Curtis Holtz challenge on his Discord, where you can only use emissive materials to light the scene. And I'm using a Boolean there on this blob. And it's super heavy on the setup. It's this here. All it's doing is it's taking, I can show you. All it's doing is it's taking this mesh, which consists of a bunch of just a bunch of spheres distributed along on another sphere, and I want to get rid of the insides because otherwise it looks like this. Oops. They have internal geometry, which is fine if you're just having an outer shell, but since I'm using a glass material, it looks garbage if you have inside faces. And also you can't do my the trick I did in the abstract cubes video, where I take extrude the faces inwards and flip them and create like a wall so that the inside is empty. But yeah, I need this for that, so it's this is without the mesh boolean and this is with. You can see it's a full second of computing before it actually performs the mesh boolean. With Metaballs too? Yeah, I guess, but it's not as fun. I haven't actually tried using Metaballs in geometry nodes. Does it even work? Let's find out. It should work, right? I'm just gonna set up the same basic setup. See if it works. I haven't tried it. Could be cool. So the Metaballs, they don't have internal geometry then? I'm not very used to working with Metaballs, to be honest. .4 something. So this is the basic setup that I had. I think it was 0. It was less, 0.25 maybe. Something like this. Another seed, I think. Yeah, whatever, something like this. So you're saying if I replace this with Metaballs, it should work. I don't even know where to find it. Metaballs. It's here in the mesh, right? Oh, there it is. Metaball. Let's see. It'd be really cool if it works. Doesn't seem like it wants to instance. Switch node to bypass Boolean node group. I mean, yeah, I did that too when I was working with it. I don't have the Boolean applied when I'm messing around. Because everything you do afterwards is just, or everything you do in a node tree is just insanely slow if you don't. I know the thing is, I tried to do it with. I saw a technique in. I don't remember what it was. In Tagma, maybe. They did something similar with Houdini, where they converted the. They used these as points, and then they converted it into a volume. Points to volume, which looks like this, which is perfect. And then you just use a volume to mesh to convert it into these. And if these are intersecting, then they automatically, you know, they don't have any internal geometry, which is perfect. The problem is you can't really get a smooth surface as far as I can tell. I tried like everything. Voxel amount, the density. I think this was the closest I got. It's kind of okay. It's a lot faster than doing it the other way. You kind of get these cool intersections too. The problem is you still get these kind of rings, just because of how the volume is converted to mesh. Yeah, I messed around with this for like an hour. I couldn't get it to become completely smooth. I think the smooth modifier helped a bit. Not really. Oops. So I'll do this at shared smooth like this. This is pretty much as good as I got it when I tried. But that's fine, you know, I mean... maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you could remesh it with a remesh modifier or something. I don't know. I didn't feel like messing around too much with it when I could just use the boolean to get it done exactly how I wanted, pretty much. I think I posted something about... let's see if I still have that. Because I was messing around with it and I posted something I did, which was pretty cool. Not sure if I saved it though. Because it turned it into some kind of a... like if you extruded it inwards, you could get kind of like a stretching effect between the spheres. I thought that looked really cool. I don't remember where I saved it though. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. So this is kind of a cool effect, I think, that you get for free. It's the same thing here. It's just the same thing I did before. I installed some spheres along a line, and I offset the positions of that line to get kind of a random distribution. Then I instanced some spheres with some random values for size. Then I realized them, because you have to do it in order to perform the boolean. And if you don't, you get something like this, which looks, well, not good. So if you skip the, I guess I just muted. So without the extrusion, it's just like this. You get these kind of just bypass this too. So this is what without any smoothing or subdivision or anything. You get these kind of intersections here, which are a bunch of n-gons. Because, you know, the faces don't line up exactly and the edges don't line up exactly. So you get some weird geometry here. And especially if you shade smooth, you can see it like this. But it turns out you can use it to your advantage. If you extrude inwards a bit, you get some something like this. And if you then subdivide it or subdivision surface modify it, you get these kind of stretching, almost like it's some sort of fabric or something, like rubber or whatever, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, you can really see the geometry here. It's not it's not good, but good enough, I guess. But so the stretching begins where there are a bunch of n-gons connected. But yeah, thought it was nice. Yeah, pinching, exactly. I thought it was pretty cool. So that's one positive of doing it like this. That's all because I'm extruding inwards, so it gets kind of exaggerated. If you extrude outwards, it's just boring. Just boring crap, you know, it kind of bulges out like that, which I guess could be nice. It looks kind of like they're pushing each other away to make room for themselves, which is, I guess, pretty cool. But the opposite is by far better, I think. Yeah, just a little thing I stumbled upon by mistake. Yeah, if you extrude it more inwards, you can get even more stretching. It's almost like a shrink-wrapped cloth or something. I know, it looks weird. It looks biological. Makes me think of what's that series called? Gemini, the ARG stuff on YouTube. Which, if you haven't seen, you should. I think Nexpo has a pretty good video on it. Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, I don't know what to do exactly. If you have any suggestions, if there's something you're wondering about, you think would be fun to see. If not, maybe I just do some freestyling. Looks like they're aging ungracefully. Yeah, very ungracefully. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do some freestyle stuff. See what happens. But if at any point you have something that you're like, oh, I wonder how someone did this. If you want to know if maybe I can help, then just send it my way, and we'll take a look at it. Otherwise, I'll just do what I usually do. Just sit around and play around with geometry nodes. Cool effect though. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cheap effect. I mean, not in terms of look, but in terms of complexity. Pretty easy to do. I kind of like the emissive challenge stuff, so I think I'm gonna do another one. Not to submit, of course, because I already submit my one. There's something abstract with a lot of lights. Perhaps. could be nice to use. Maybe something with triangles. That could be cool. Maybe instance some triangles along this line. And then maybe rotate it a bit. On C. Interesting. Oh yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, Maker Tales did a video on using jump nodes for 3D printing. And I helped him learning the basics during the duration of a day. That was really fun. And in the end, he made a nice little procedural pen pot that could be modified and increased in size and everything. It's pretty cool. It would be dope to see how we would disintegrate an object, but this integration has a clean geometry pattern, for example, triangles. I haven't really looked into disintegration, to be honest. Yeah, let's take a look. Not sure if I would be able to do it. I've never tried it, literally. I've seen thumbnails all around YouTube. I haven't actually looked at any of the videos. But I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, right? Triangles is pretty easy too. Because if the mesh is completely made of quads, you can just triangulate it. Then you have triangles. So I guess we would need to split the faces though. Or I guess edges. Which means that we can't set shade smooth anymore. Oof. Oh well. That's a shame. Guess we could use a selection though, so only the ones we want to disintegrate get split. Yeah, let's try it. Could be fun. Let's use this as the proximity object, because that's probably the easiest way to do it, I would say. So really what we want to do is, if this is... I guess we don't even need a proximity, to be honest, but I guess that's the cooler way to do it. Because what we really want to do is, like, I guess, if... No, wait, I know. Let's use the plane instead, I think. Because that way we can have, like, everything on this side is gone. If we move it here, so everything on this side would be gone. And the distance from the plane, if it's... Yeah, I guess. Let's try that. Extrude? I don't want to extrude anything, I want to disintegrate it. I don't want to create more geometry, I want to create less. So if this is hit, then we want to vector normal. So this direction here. So if you rotate it here, it should be... I guess not. Oh, relative. Oh, my bad. There we go. We can't use hit either, because it won't hit everything. It's hitting here, right? Raycast proximity and scale combo, the ultimate. But yeah, I can't really... That's a shame. Guess it would be to maybe reverse it. Yeah, that's the way, I guess. Not 100% though. That's a shame. I guess we just use a proximity for this one. So if the distance is... Or maybe you should use the position. Or the dot product, rather. Maybe that could work. I don't think about it. Because if we take the normal and we take the positions of... We face the positions? Nope. Normal. We could use a vector distance now, but we still need to make sure that it's only on one side, I guess. So otherwise, once we go past, then these will go back. So if that is more than 0, maybe not. Oh, I'm taking the position. Oh, my bad. The location. This is kind of more like it, but not really. Oh, I'm taking the normal of this, I just realized. So it should be guess we should transfer this. This attribute. Oh, doesn't work either. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. I guess we could take just the position and say, okay, if this is what would it be? Less? It's on positive y now, so less. Let's start here. I think this should work. If yeah, so if separate this, we separate this, we just take the y. So if we compare the y of this and y of this, so that if this is greater than, I guess it's opposite. So if the y position of these positions are greater than this, then we should split. Yeah, that works. We don't have the exact the rotation doesn't matter because it's using the origin, but it's fine. That's fine for now. This can always be modified to, you know, use the normals later. Yeah, so this works. So everything behind the plane will be split and everything in front of it will not. Cool. Maybe we should even subdivide it a bit. Some more geometry. Oop. Okay. So that's all well and good. And we can also use this, I guess, to take the distance only if this is true. Yeah. Okay, let's use this first. Set position. So we take the selection. So if we move this forward just to see, and we move it around, yep. Oh, they're still connected, I just realized. Okay. Well, I kind of assumed that they would be split up. Wouldn't they be? But that doesn't work because that's right. Kind of surprised by that. So it's that hyperdrive effect, yeah. It's a teleporter. I mean, if you hide it, it probably looks pretty cool. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's some cosmic horror. Susanna's seen some things. Yikes. Maybe do another grade then, but add a little to the position. I'm just kind of... Mission shader to the parts drag behind. Yeah, I guess that could work. Just to get it like a hyperdrive effect. Zoom. So then you could just do it like this. You don't even need to split anything. Or triangulate anything. I will keep that in mind. The emission shader. That could be pretty cool. Because we have the selection, right? So we can just... Yeah, I guess we'll just select it. Anyway. I'm really surprised about this. No, I guess it's just... No, wait. I know why. It's because it's moving the vertices. It's not moving the faces. Probably. Guess we need to separate the components. No. Maybe this would be the trick. Nope. But I'm pretty sure it's just because we're moving the... We're just moving the points with the set position. We're not actually moving the faces. Maybe you aren't something. We have this, right? So we have this. So they're clearly not connected, right? We would be using this too, right? Yeah, exactly. But they are disconnected from each other, obviously. So we don't need to use the set position, we need to use something else. Because this, we will use this to, you know, disintegrate them into nothing. Yeah, let's start there. Let's move them around later. So we take the distance from this. And we take... Can we capture the faces? We should, right? Should be able to capture the faces. Or the face positions, rather. With this. We want it before, though. We want it here. Before the scaling. So this should be something like this, right? Yeah. So we're only selecting the faces that are behind it. But it is using the distance to scale, so we need to reverse it. Map range usually works. Take 0. So I guess 0 to 1. So this would be 0 and 1 would be here. So at this point they would be completely disintegrated. Yeah, that's not a good idea. We could extrude them afterwards, I think. So we don't have a bunch of faces to move around and scale afterwards. But that's a good idea to add some thickness for sure. So let's do that after this. Because I think that would look pretty good. Let's remap this to, I don't know, 1 to 0. Like so. And clamp it. I'm not a huge fan of all this. All the is it just because I'm using the... Oh, look at that. That's why it's looking weird. I wonder why it goes to the origin. That's really curious, actually. Oh, right. I think I know why. Because it's using the origin of this plane as the position. So it's calculating from that point to the faces. Maybe we could solve that with like a proximity. And we take that position instead. Yeah, much better. That's also a good idea, yeah. That would be, I think this, right? I think if you increase this a bit. Yeah, if we increase this, we get the delay. So they don't start scaling right away. They get split first and then they start going away. You can control the offset or the fall off with this. And also with this. Oops, not that one. With this, I guess, here. Like so, then you just have to increase that. I think this needs to be at 1 still. So that's split and then they start scaling, yeah. Pretty nice. I think one thing that can make it look a lot better is if we add some rotation as well. Oh, they're not instances. God damn it. Split edges selection. No, I don't think so. We're using the faces here in the proximity, but this is just splitting them. They're not doing anything, and this here is just using. Well, I guess I could use the. Let me see. It might work actually. If we take the attribute, capture it, like we did before, faces, use this instead. Maybe. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. So now I'm pretty sure it's using the... yeah, you can see here, there's a difference. It's using the face positions instead. And I think that's the average... I think that's the average center point of each face. And I think that's a better way to do it, actually. So, good idea. But yeah, let's add some rotation. Not 100% sure how to do that, though. To be honest. How do I rotate individual faces? So you can't use this, then you're just rotating the entire thing. I guess geometry to instance could work. And rotate instances. Does this work? Nope. If I use this selection, does that work? Nope. Maybe I can use the pivot point though. Though there, no, never mind. There's just one instance. Never mind. How would I go about to do this? I mean, you do have... Okay, so let's say, I'm just gonna try something here. Let's say extrude it by 0. Like this. And then transform. No. That doesn't work either. Yeah, the problem is there's no... You have this rotate instances, right? I mean, yeah, if we if we drop everything, then something will happen. Oh, really? Let's see if I can replicate that. Mesh island. Island index. I guess you could just... Wait, does that work? No, because there's no... How do you rotate them? So you have this, but they're not instances. There's just one. The island index is just... Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5. Because you have the... you have scale elements and you have extrude mesh. I guess a set position at this point would work. You're speaking Greek to me right now, dude. Isolate the split edges geometry from the original. Rotate the mesh island. Yeah, that's a problem. How do I rotate the mesh islands? That's my issue. This is just an input. Yeah, no, the capture attribute. You can't rotate with the capture attribute, you know. That's my issue. If you catch my drift. And the transform node doesn't have fields. So we just do this for now. At least we can move them up. Thinking maybe up here. So that would be combine XYZ. Take this to the C and Y. Nope. Maybe take the distance only. Yeah. Like this. And maybe map range it to something else. Something like this. Thanos, no! Not Suzanne. Or Suzanne. And of course, let's take some maybe a noise texture could be cool to add some randomness. So there's math, multiply with this. Maybe I need to do it after. Whoops. Oops. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, exactly. I need some noise. I guess we should, now I think about it, we should probably add that afterwards. Not before. Yeah. Let's add it after here. And we'll take a vector math, set it to scale. Then this should be it, right? This needs to be adjusted now. Hey, it's kind of rotating it a bit, just because of the noises. Yeah, that kind of works. Bye. Yeah. Nice. I guess if we subdivision surface, how does this look? Oh, yeah, that's even better. You can get, oh, you can get really detailed. Wow. Make those tracks speed up again and further go. Well, the problem is that once you have the triangles, right, you can't really triangulate them again. As far as I know. Maybe I'm lying. Let's see. Nope. Can't set this to 3. I guess you could... well, let me see. If I dual mesh this and then triangulate it again. Yeah, you could, I think. Yeah, you actually can. I mean, there are a lot of... I mean, there are a lot of things that I guess you don't really need. This whole thing, for example, you don't need. If you just want to... If you just wanted to, you know, have them displaced. This is just to control the geometry proximity. How many nodes were you thinking, Lightning? Because this, to me, is a pretty simple setup, to be honest. Alright, we don't need this, for example. But we want to extrude them, right? This was just used to... Oh, right, this was used to do that. And then we need to extrude them again. Only these ones. So that they have some geometry. Maybe not that much. Maybe inwards. And then... join this. Well, it kind of depends what you want to do, right? Because some setups are like look super advanced, but there are just like 5 nodes. And then some setups like this, I'm probably using a lot more nodes than I need to, because I'm literally just freestyling here. But let's show something for reference. Do I have an easy one? I think I do. One sec. Okay, right, so I have a fractal setup. Never mind, I can just do it here, it's so fast anyway. Let's make a fractal, right? Which is pretty complex. Or you would think. Okay, so that's one. Make a group of that. Plug it in. That's 2. That's 3. And now it's getting out of hand. But very quickly it likes... Oops. Very quickly it likes... You can get some pretty complex stuff with just... that easy. Pretty much. You do it properly here. So, mesh primitives, icosphere. Instead some points. Want these to be the points, that to be the instance, this to be this. Then you want geometry and connect this. So that's one. If you want another one, you just do this, instance on points. This. Then you connect the original with this. That's a pretty easy setup. It's nothing. This was the first thing I did. I remember. Transform letters by their instances. Yeah, the problem is that the faces aren't instances. There are 0 instances in this spreadsheet, which means that anything that is using instance nodes can't be used. Like translate would be great to just move them up. Rotate for sure would be great. And transform letters by their instances in G-nodes. The thing is that if you're using letters, I guess using the string to, what is it, string to curve? What you get here are instances. So if you're using this for letters, then yeah. If only there were loop nodes. Oh yeah. Once something like that gets added, I think it's called like a solver node in Houdini. I think that's the equivalent, right? Once that gets added to a mix, then damn. Gonna see some serious shit. Gonna be amazing. Alright, I need to flip these. Or do I? The title of the post is irrelevant. Okay. Transform letters by their instances. Okay, that still doesn't solve anything. Because I still don't have any instances. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Have you looked at the answer yourself? Have you looked at the picture? Let me show you, because you haven't, obviously. I appreciate the help, but design it. Now you might be thinking, oh, but the transfer attribute with faces. Yep, that's true. But the important part is this here. It goes from translate instances, which are instances, into rotate instances, which are instances. This here is irrelevant. This is just used to calculate the, I guess, the center positions. As far as I can tell, at least. And it's this part, you know, not this part. The part that I'm not sure how you would get is how to turn each individual face. Because here he's using a curve, right? To translate them. How the hell does this work, though? Really? But how the hell does this work? String to curves, using a curve and then filling the curve. But you're still getting them as instances, somehow. I know you get instances from the string to curves. But the thing is, nowhere in the mesh, Susanna mesh, is there ever any instances. That's a problem, right? I know the curves that you get out of the string to curves are instances. The next answer. But this one was upvoted. Oh, 5 upvotes, okay. Total vertex per island, accumulate field. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This one. Vector rotate, command X with C. You can't Discord? No, this is good. This is good. I haven't seen this before. Kind of curious. So you're taking the position, right? Taking the X. Taking the group index of each mesh island. We're still using the points, okay? Accumulate those. Divide by number of vertices per island. I see. Use that X as the center. Use the position as the... Okay. I guess you could use the normals as the axis. Interesting. So he's taking the total mesh islands on one hand. Or sorry, the amount of vertices per island. The total amount of vertices per island. Of each island. So each individual face. Yeah, I guess. Take the total value of that. Position of each of those. Take the mean X per island. Maybe it's worth a try though. Maybe it's worth a try actually. Yours will be simpler to find the accent because you're dealing with single faces. Yeah, probably. What was your use case for it? Really challenge your understandings of YARM nodes and data. Yeah, I bet. It kind of blows my mind that you don't have you have a scale elements, but you don't have a rotate elements. That's kind of weird. I would figure that would be pretty high on the list. Not that I'm complaining. I mean the people putting in the work to create the YARM nodes system it's admirable. How would you do this? Wrong faces? It multiplies against a boolean and try. Oh, yeah. That sounds like a pain. Just imagine if there was a node that's what's called like rotate elements. With just a mesh input and the selection for face or point. And maybe an axis to rotate around and an angle to rotate them at. And all would be fields, so you can rotate them separately. That would be pretty nice. I'm sure it's in a pipeline. Along with the mythical, what do we call it? The mythical simulation physics nodes. That's another thing that's going to blow my mind once they release it. You think you could make larger cracks appear in the object before the faces break off? Essentially have branching cracks before shrinking and moving each face. That's a heavy question. I don't know. I don't know. I won't be able to answer it in the next half hour, but I would have to sit on it for a bit, I think. Because then you would need some sort of... Apart from this, just splitting that just based on this position, you would also have some sort of... Maybe a noise texture or something. Or a Voronoi texture or whatever. and have that kind of control extra. Some extra break off. It's probably possible, I just don't know exactly how. All this breaking off faces and manipulating faces of a mesh is completely new to me, so I've never done this before. You're watching me tormenting myself in real time. Guess you can't get rid of this. Oh wait, yes you can. Yes you can. You can get rid of this smooth shading on these. There's a selection. So I guess let's take these. Or maybe even this. And I'll take a reroute here. Drag this over here. I think this should work. Take this selection here. But we want the reverse of that, so Boolean math. Set it to not. There we go. Maybe you could take, because here I'm taking a very specific value. So I guess you could create a fall off. Whatevs. I think it's fine. So yeah. You definitely wouldn't want to live stream what you went through. No. Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. Many sessions have I sit here all alone for hours, getting absolutely nowhere, not understanding why. So when we get here, I wonder what happens here. We're getting everything as points. We're getting a double Suzanne? What? How can this be? I mean, I get that this is where the points end up. That was unexpected. Wonder where that's coming from. Does that show up in a render? Can't be. I'm curious. not gonna render it at 4,000 samples though. There's no way. No, I mean, yeah, okay. So points don't show up in render, which is good. But I have no idea why they show up at all, to be honest. As soon as the last one is moved away. As soon as the last face is 0. Get to feed the chickens. Alright, good luck. And thanks for stopping by. And I will definitely look into the rotate faces stuff you sent me. So that's something completely new I haven't seen before. It's one of those things that I've thought about, like, huh. It should be possible, right? Never actually looked into it. To my own detriment. I'm very curious about why. Guess not this one. Oh, it was that one, okay. I guess, oh yeah, that explains it. Because it was merging all the points. So they were still there, essentially. But this is what I want. Poor Suzanne. But yeah, we kind of got there. Almost. Not exactly as I wanted, but close enough. I might mess around with this a bit more later, actually. Oh, this looks messy. Okay, maybe I can clean this up a bit. So this here is dealing with I guess this one too. There's no good way to position this. Don't need this. So this part here would be all about scaling and rotating, or I guess scaling and extruding. This part here would be, this should also be here. Yep. This here would be splitting edges based on distance. And this here would just be, I guess this should also be in here. This is just triangulating, so it's nothing. Can I subgroup this even more? Something like this. So this is the splitting part. And this is the scaling and extruding. Not sure how well you can see it. And then just a set shade smooth, and this knot is choosing the opposite of whatever is behind this plane. That's pretty much it. Still haven't figured out how to do this scaling loop in GeoNodes. Which one? I was thinking about one thing. We kind of want to try that thing, rotating the faces. Gonna try it on a cube. So we want to accumulate, separate. Want the X here. We want the position here, like so. Then we want mesh island. Want the index math. Want to divide that. The total of that one. We want another one of these. And another one of these. This goes into the group index. That one goes here. Vector rotate. Want to rotate the position vector. They combine XYZ. Want to have that as the center. Rotate around Y, and the angle is this. Okay, good. Then we take a set position so. This is what we will use here. The position. No. Maybe if we use the normals, because now we're just rotating around Y. Nope. Damn it, I was hoping this would work. Because now it's just rotating around the Y. That's good and all. That's the same as this though. Okay, what if we use something else? Like a descend. Does this work? Still just around the Y. Oh, I guess I need to split it first. Yeah, that's more like it. Take the normals, maybe? Yeah, that's something. So I think we need to take the... capture this. Use this as the vector. Nope. But it's almost... it's almost doing it. It's just that the... I guess it's just that the center of each face is incorrect. It's just all rotating around the origin. And that's the same. But it's pretty close. It's better than before, which is pretty cool. And you can use the normals to get some random rotations like these, which is pretty cool. That's freaky. What the hell? That's a pretty cool thing though. Whoa. That's pretty nice. Really cool how it just assembles itself again. I can't take credit for this one though. This is a setup that David sent from a Stack Overflow post, or a Blender Stack Exchange post. So I didn't come up with this. Just to be clear. We also don't really need that one, I think. Yeah. So yeah, this is one part. This is one part. And this is just the rotation part. This goes here. Cool stuff. Yeah. And of course this. I kind of liked the hyperdrive effect before also. I'm just taking, I'm just adding to X and Y. I guess you could do like, multiply it with a random value. Integer, 0. You should give it like a random. Oh, that's not good. Oh, because it's going to scale, my bad. Was supposed to go in. Oh, it goes in here. Oh, right, because it's using, never mind. It's using the points, not the faces. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that the set position is using the points. I want to move the faces as a whole. But alas. Yeah, this is my first time trying to do something like this. It's messy. But in case anyone wants, I'm gonna post this screenshot of the different parts. Maybe the whole part. Maybe you can't really see it though. No, it's a bit too messy for that. Let's just show them. So this is this part. I showed them before, but I'm gonna show them again. This is the first part. Just dealing with splitting the edges based on the distance from the plane. On the Y only. And this here is the scaling extruding. To scale the faces and move them around. And then just selective shade smooth. So this doesn't work on up and down. It's just taking the position of Y, or the Y position of the plane, compared to the Y position of each of the faces. Then of course, afterwards, it's taking the distance from the face itself of this plane to each of the faces, which is why we move up here, the distance gets greater. So that's how it works. I think there are a pretty good amount of tutorials on this. I have seen thumbnails for it. I haven't actually watched the videos. Yeah, and Tagma had one, I just realized, about something like this. I haven't watched it, but and Tagma's videos are always good. Though I think this one is using, yeah, it's using the old one. So never mind. I was gonna post it in the chat, but never mind. It's using 2.93, which I don't use anymore. But yeah, I guess that's it. Poor Suzanne. All right, yes, that's it. So I'll see you next time. And thanks for dropping by and hanging out. Always nice. Not sure if I will keep this this time though at 3. It works for me, but I'm not sure how it is for everyone else. I don't know, maybe Fridays are better. Not sure. But if it is, then maybe that would be the way to go. I don't know. We'll see. I'll experiment. So nothing. Oh, David, you're back. I just tried your. I don't know if you saw it. I tried the thing you posted or linked, and yeah, it kind of works. You do get like the faces. I haven't really looked into how to rotate them at their own origins, so to speak. And yes, I have a Discord. Let me link it to you. One sec. Un momento. It's here. I have it here. I'm gonna post it in the chat. What's up, Caleb? Yeah, I posted Discord there. I think that's the one at least. I hope so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's not that difficult either. Yeah, take care, dude. Oh, thanks. You too, man. And I'll see you. Caleb, you jumped in right as I'm about to stop. I don't know how long you've been here, but good timing. But yeah, thanks again for stopping by, and until next time. And again, if you have anything you would like to, you know, want me to try out on stream, or you want to maybe sit in backseat noodle with me, just tag me in my Discord, send the link, and I'll check it out, and maybe I'll do it next time. Unless I have something very specific that I want to do. So yeah. See you around. Watching Star Wars yeah, I guess that's better. Alright, take care everyone. Peace.